Alright, this is going to be a video for the TCG community. I am MTG Terror King, and I mainly do online deck tech videos and gameplay videos, and I mainly play Modern, play a little bit of Commander, a little bit of Standard. Mainly stick with Modern though. But this is what my channel looks like. I've got quite a few videos up, so definitely head on over to my channel and come check them out. So Magic the Gathering Online is where I mainly play Magic. Don't really play too much paper Magic anymore because I don't live close to a card shop anymore, and I ended up selling my paper collection like a year and a half ago. But anyways, I'm going to share with you guys my favorite Modern deck. It's not a tier 1 deck. I don't really play competitively, but this deck is probably in like the tier 1.5 or tier 2 range if you're gonna like rate it on a scale of how good it is. But I call this deck the Venser Lockout deck, and for good reason. It has plenty of ways to just like counter lock you out of the game or land destruction you out of the game and just beat you down in the end game, what this deck mainly does. So to get into the land base, I have 3 Temple Gardens, 2 Sun Petal Groves, those gorgeous, freaking gorgeous unhinged lands. I got 2 Plains, 1 Nimbus Maze, 1 Mystic Gate, 2 Islands, 2 Hinterland Harbors, 3 Hallowed Fountain, 2 Forests, and 3 Breeding Pools. So to get into the creatures and all the other spells, I'm just going to go down the list. We have 3 Momentary Blink, 3 Familiar's Ruse, 4 Farseek, 4 Coiling Oracles, 4 Eternal Witness, 3 Ghostly Flicker, 2 Ghostway, 2 Mystic Snakes, 4 Supreme Verdict, 2 Venser Shaper Savant, 2 Restoration Angels, 2 Venser the Sojourner, 2 Acidic Slime, 1 Primetime, 1 Sun Titan. Alright, I'm going to try and explain some of the nuances and the combos that this deck has to offer. So to get into it, Eternal Witness is the main centerpiece of the deck. It's like the main combo piece that glues everything together. So the idea is whenever Eternal Witness enters the battlefield, you may return a card from your graveyard to your hand. Very important. It's basically regrowth in a creature, which is awesome. So what I do with this deck is I like to flicker a bunch of creatures, including Eternal Witness, and just reoccur a bunch of flicker spells, and all the creatures that I flicker will have enters the battlefield triggers or abilities, or triggered abilities I should say. So the easiest, simplest combo to pull off in this deck is Eternal Witness and Familiar's Ruse. These 2 cards have major synergy. Eternal Witness will be able to get something out of your graveyard. So you play her, she just sits there, and they play something. Well, you can counter that spell with Familiar's Ruse, which this card is a counter spell, and as an additional cost to cast it, you have to return one of your creatures to your hand. So obviously you're going to do it with Eternal Witness, because whenever your counter hits the bin, Eternal Witness can re-enter the battlefield and get that counter back into your hand. So you can just continuously keep countering as long as you don't get countered as well. So it's pretty nice to be able to sit there and always have a counter in your hand, always have a way to deal with the threat. So easy combo, it works pretty well. It can happen on like turn 4. It's pretty awesome. So, like I said, most combo oriented creature in the deck, the main creature out of all of them. She combos with any other creature in the deck. So like if you wanted to strip mine your opponent, all you would need to do is play Acidic Slime and have Eternal Witness on the battlefield. And then you cast Ghostly Flicker. Ghostly Flicker is exile 2 target artifacts, creatures, and or lands you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under your control. So it's like an instant flicker. He just like disappears and then comes back from exile. So you do that with both of these. You target both, and Acidic Slime will enter the battlefield and destroy an artifact, enchantment, or land. You're probably going to pick a land in this situation. And Eternal Witness is going to re-enter the battlefield and target Ghostly Flicker in your graveyard. So then you can continuously loop all of these triggers over and over again. You can also do this with any other creature in the deck. You can lock somebody out with Mystic Snake by continuously countering their stuff. You can have a card draw engine with Coiling Oracle. Just keep drawing cards or putting lands into play immediately. You can pretty much bounce or remand anything with Venser. This is why I name it the Venser Lockout deck. It's because I wanted to build around this card and make it good. So Venser is awesome because he can bounce uncounterable things while it's on the stack, because his ability specifically does not say counter like Remand does. So like, let's say you have Supreme Verdict about to happen, it's on the stack, you know, it can't be countered. Well, Venser says no, he's just going to bounce it while it's on the stack. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, there's one more or two more ways to pull off a really good combo. This one is an infinite loop of Supreme Verdict. It's not really infinite, but it's reoccurring. So if you have Restoration Angel and Eternal Witness, and you use Ghostway, here we go. Ghostway is exile each creature you control, return those creatures to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. So you're going to exile your creatures until end of turn, and then you're going to be able to cast Supreme Verdict. Then, whenever your creatures re-enter the battlefield, Eternal Witness targets Ghostway. Restoration Angel targets Eternal Witness. Triggers resolve. You get a second trigger from Eternal Witness targeting Supreme Verdict, and then you get both of your spells back into your hand. You can also do it cheaper in the sense that you wouldn't need so many cards to pull off this combo, but I have done it multiple times, so it is relevant. So you can have Venser, the Planeswalker, on the board, exile your Eternal Witness, sweep the board, then have Eternal Witness re-enter the battlefield and get your Supreme Verdict back. I've done that before as well. It happens every now and then. But yeah, those are like the main combos you can do. You can also do some pretty broken stuff with the Sun Titan, and you can deck thin your entire deck where you have no land with Primeval Titan. So whenever you can sit there and reoccur all of your enters the battlefield triggers, you should probably do it. So that's the main meat and potatoes of the deck. I'm going to show you guys some gameplay. Alright, I'm going to attempt to show you guys how to play this deck, how I like to pilot it, and just show you guys some of the combos and the nuances that this deck has to offer. So this opening hand is very poor because all I have is my flicker spells, or my blink spells. So I'm going to throw this one back and hopefully keep like at least 3 of these mana. Alright, this is very playable. just for the fact that I have a turn 2 play and then I have some other stuff a little later. This is not like a very tempo oriented deck. It's meant to break tempo decks. So Coiling Oracle can get you out of a tight spot, because when it enters the battlefield, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it into the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. And I top decked Farseek. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and get the guaranteed land. That sounds more important right now. So in this situation, I'm going to get the trifecta of colors, get the breeding pool. I don't know why Farseek asked me if I still want to pay the 2 life for Shockland. The ability from Farseek forces it to come into play tapped, so if you did pay the 2 life, you would just be taking damage for no reason. Alright. Ghostly Flicker. Well, in this case, best thing to do is play the Oracle and hope I top deck land. Put it into play immediately. I reveal Supreme Verdict. Supreme's alright. It's never a bad time when you have Supreme Verdict. Alright, Temple Garden. I'm gonna go ahead and shock. I'll give him the signal that, yeah, I'm not messing around. And if he wants to make a trade with this Coiling Oracle with the Sakura Tribe Elder, I'm fine with that. Just gonna block, sack. Block was declared, no damage. That's fine. Still didn't crack his Misty Rainforest. Especially if you're playing with Shockland, that's really dumb. He could have just like end a turn, cracked it, and been fine. Oh man. He might be playing Scape Shift actually. That's a very high possibility. He's just waiting to get enough mana to throw down Scape Shift and pull out Valakut with like 10 mountains and kill me. That might be the case. But in that case, I'm just going to let him Scape Shift, get Valakut down, and while all the triggers are on the stack, I'll bounce Valakut back to his hand with Venser, and then no damage will happen. Alright, he's targeting me, and he tapped out. There's no mana floating. Yeah, let's get the snake out there. If I have the snake, then I can easily Ghostly Flicker and counter again and draw a card. Got my Nimbus Maze. Kinda don't think he's playing Scape Shift anymore because he played Blast of Genius. Not really a played card because it's so expensive. A second one? This might make him quit. Just saying. I didn't even show him the card. He just like... He saw me tapping mana and just got mad and rage quit. That's freaking awesome. That is hilarious. Alright, so that was my deck tech / gameplay video. If you like what you saw, you can find me at youtube.com/mtgterraking. Also, I have a Twitter. You should check that out. I'll put that in the description below. And go ahead and subscribe to the TCG community.